What's going on, man? I'm back with another video. Hope y'all having a good day. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was in hooping at an AAU tournament. Y'all probably don't even care, but I'm still finna tell you anyway. I was hooping in the AAU tournament and we lost, and we got sent home early. But yeah, if you want to see that, bro, let me know, bro, cause that'd be low key tough. If y'all wanna just let me know, you let me know so I can make it for y'all. But today we finna be reacting to let me see this 6+ size people versus one fake. So yeah, I'm not really sure why I had the idea to do this, but yeah. And like, comment, subscribe, man. Like and comment and subscribe. You don't even have to comment. Like and subscribe, bro. Look it, bro. My headset is doing the hokey pokey, bro. This is not okay, bro. Help me out so I can make better videos. You know what I'm saying? Hey, really, really. I know I'm yapping right now, but it really go back to y'all. Y'all want better content. Y'all want better quality. Y'all want get me right. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Your launch pad.
Yeah.
We want to see your idea for.
See, when we get to yapping, I don't do all that yapping. I don't do all that talking. I'm a man of action.
Does everyone here wear jeans? Like just yeah. Where do you guys buy your jeans from?
That honestly depends. I've had some luck. I mean, I present more masculine, so a lot of the times I will like resource to Old Navy. I'll just kind of go there and like get one of the bigger pairs. I actually did just get a pair from Old Navy like a couple weeks ago, and I love it, but it's a little.
I'm saying husky. I get all husky build. All my pants triple XL husky. I'm telling you.
Big in the waist, so
I will easily beat this, bro. They will not catch me.
Have to take it in. I'm probably gonna tailor it though. So, but I do love Old Navy's jeans, especially their men's section.
I don't really wear jeans, but I think the only two pairs that I own are from Shein.
I feel like it depends what style I'm going for.
True.
Like for fitted jeans, I definitely think like Good American's my go-to. Obviously they're like on the higher end of like pricing wise, but they like make my ass look great.
Well, that's the thing. Also, like getting the confidence to actually wear what you want. It took me forever.
Please don't cancel me. Please don't cancel me. Please, please. I wasn't doing that because she said that. Please don't cancel me, please.
So
I promise. Look, hey, please don't cancel me, please.
when I actually did, I'm still in the mentality when I was like 16, 17 and I could fit in a medium. So I'm like, oh, I can't go to the same stores. Like I can't go to a mall and buy clothes anymore.
I would say 2 years ago, I would go to like Goodwills and Value Villages, but that has become a lot harder as of late.
The reason that I chose to do this was mainly because it meant a lot to me to share the idea of like, as you transition away from being in a bigger body to potentially being in a skinnier body, that is not something that like makes you harder working or better at like achieving some sort of goal than the other person or another person.
Bro, what are you yapping about? You're doing it because you want the money. Come on, bro. Like, keep it, bro. Hey, keep it a buck with me, bro. Keep it a buck with me. Like, you know you don't belong there, bro. You know you're there for the money. You know you're there to get paid, and you get a little bit of clout because people are like, oh, you're. Come on, bro.
You may see in a plus size body. And going into it, I like promised myself I wasn't gonna tell any lies. I was gonna be very truthful and speak on every kind of experience that I had had leading up to today. I wanted to make sure that what I was saying was stuff that I lived through. I think putting on a character would be disrespectful to the other people that were.
You are already putting on a character. You are already you're a fake. You're supposed to be a fake. You're supposed to be a character. You're already doing a lie by being there. So you might as well just go out and get that money, bro. You're already saying, "Oh, let me act like pretend like like you're just going to sit there and if they say, "Hey, are you skinny?" You're going to say yes or no. I think you're going to say, "No, I'm not skinny. I'm huge. I'm Royal Giant off of Clash Royale. You're big." Come on, bro. Don't like you're all being there is already a lie. So
We're here today.
I just thrift most of my clothing, and like I have a tailor for my pants anyway.
Shout
Like
out
back
to the
in,
tailors.
yeah, 100%. Especially when I'm back home. I'm 15 minutes outside of New York City, so I usually just commute in there. There's this one thrift store, I don't know if anybody's been, called the L Train, and like that is really good for carrying bigger sizes. Back in my actual hometown, I can go to my tailor very easily. It's like a 5-minute drive from my house.
Okay.
So I thrift probably 90% of my clothing, cheaper, saves energy, and like it feels way easier.
There is no way he's gonna go pay like $15 for jeans, then go pay $45. Like I get it, as a plus size person, tailoring for some things, great. But I could not believe for a second that he is tailoring every set. And I was like, he is not fat anymore.
Not gonna lie, shop at Ross a lot or Marshalls. And finding jeans is hard. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes at Ross they'll have bigger sizes, sometimes they don't. But if it says stretch, then I'm usually good on it.
I actually didn't even share where I got my jeans from. I realized that. I usually shop at like American Eagle. Jeans in general are like a struggle to find. Either they fit your thighs and they don't fit your waist, or they fit your waist and it's a struggle.
No, stop. I'm not trying to get on nobody, but why is bro smiling so hard? Why is bro like, hey,
Oh man.
I'll be happy if I was finna get some money too, man. Let me stop.
I did feel, I guess, invalidated in a point because they were talking about, brands and, and stuff that I can't really afford. So I thought my answer of, oh, I shop at Ross because that's what I could afford, I thought that's what kind of eliminated me.
So I was gonna say, if any of you guys didn't,
But you didn't even say a lot. Like, you didn't say nothing. They're not making fun of you because you can't afford stuff. You said, oh, I just go to Ross and get my jeans from. I get my jeans from Ross, and the ones that stretch help. Like, you should have. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me. I have to. It's not really a hit or miss when I go to Ross. It's really hard for me to find jeans there. I gotta go to the bigger section, and they barely have any. So it's really like, I just gotta go to different Rosses to see what they like. You gotta put on for it, bro. That wasn't good enough. You didn't sell them enough. Then that's why they canceled you out.
any form of like performance as a kid, and I know we were talking about how some of us were models before, sorry about names, but how that affected you growing up, and how like the idea of performing and being on stage was definitely more difficult for you than your peers.
That is an awesome question.
Well, you start since there.
Yeah. So I was on the math team for my elementary school, which was like very fun and I enjoyed it a lot. But before our first meet, when we were doing practices and such, they gave us the vest sizes. And I remember putting on the largest vest size that they had and it clinging to my skin and making me very uncomfortable. And I walked into the bathroom and I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, I can't do this, and I quit. And it really frustrated me that I let that take away something that meant a lot to me. That was definitely like my first experience with like, it is very difficult for me that outside elements are going to take who I am and make that a form of a problem.
Wait, yo, bro, look, was he like big and then he like worked out and got skinny? I think that's what because he said he doesn't want to lie, and if he's not lying, then he was big and then he got skinny.
As a woman in a plus size theater community, it's like I always got the funny roles or the really unattractive roles. And I'm like, I'm big, that doesn't mean I'm hilarious. Like,
Girl, we could talk about this forever.
yeah, so that's super powerful.
Don't cancel me, but hold up. Just because you're big doesn't mean you're hilarious. I'm not sure if that's true.
Because performing and becoming into yourself, you either have to be overly confident and fake it till you make it, or it will tear you down. So I'm very sorry that happened to you.
How do we all identify? Do we identify, like, what do we use to label ourselves, if you have one?
PHAT. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I have a weird feeling about that one for some reason.
Really?
I like just normal.
Yeah.
Because I'll say fat and then people be like, oh my God, fat. And then I'll be like, it's not inherently a bad
No,
word.
like,
It's an
like,
adjective.
That's
say
the
fat all
thing.
the
No, but it
time.
is kind of taboo because I was like, oh yeah, I'm fat. Don't say that. You're beautiful. I am gorgeous, but I am fat.
I didn't say I was ugly.
It's oh my God,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I was
People
like,
treat it like it's
right,
taboo, and
right.
that's
So
the issue, really.
it's two truths. I'm like,
Exactly, yeah.
I feel beautiful, but I am fat. Being fat or plus size does not mean that we're not active, that we're not nice people, that we're not worthy. It really sucks when people treat you differently because you're a size 18 rather than a size 2 or 4.
When I, like, for example,
Size 18 is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Size 18 is actually crazy. From size 4 to 18, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. That's literally 14 more sizes. You gap them. Like when you race a car, like you gap them. Like you're here, they're there. Like, yeah.
great example. I went Halloween shopping, and it's really hard because like, first and foremost, trying to find the plus size costumes. They're like, it's just kind of integrated everywhere, and it's like realistically, you have 200 costumes here, but only like 10 are for plus size. Then I go on to the other costumes, and I was like, my choice is to be like a duck or the plus size nun costume covered boobs, knees, everything, but the skinny costume for the other nun was like tits out for her arm. And I'm like,
I mean, if we gonna keep it 100, like that's not attractive. That's why there's like a beauty standard. It's sad to say, but like there's a beauty standard in the generation and stuff like that. So you can't really be like, expect some like respectfully, ain't nobody trying to see all that. Respectfully, ain't nobody trying to see all that, and that's just how it is. And tell me, like, do they want to be fat, or like do they just not want to get skinny, or do they just not want to put in the work to get skinny? Because if you know that, working out and stuff like that is gonna. Someone just came in the room. If you know that someone, they just threw me off. If you know that you are more attractive when you're skinny or when you work out or, when you self-improve, why do you continue to stay fat knowing that you could do something about it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's because they want to be fat or if they don't want to put in the effort to be skinny, to get skinny, or...
I literally, like, my choice is, like, be a bubble bath or a duck. And I'm like, I need a plus size section when I walk into somewhere because we have not progressed in human society.
Yeah. There was this brand that had this big campaign saying they were launching extended sizes. And then it came out and it was, like, completely different than the straight sizes. And I'm like, we are just asking for the same thing.
Why do they get cocktail dresses and I get moons?
Literally.
Because you can't fit in the cocktail dresses. Black queen. I'm sorry. She was...
Shut the up. What? Me?
Girl.
What? Yo! Oh my god!
I didn't know it.
Who voted me out?
You kept on chasing bro down. That's what you get.
I'm psychic. I know. One of you was on to something.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you wish to continue playing the game, please raise your hand.
I think the odd one out is probably somebody who lived as a fat person but lost the weight. But usually a lot of the times people that do grow up fat or go through weight loss journey, they end up being more fat phobic. That's not in all cases. It's not in all cases, but it does happen a lot.
Turning in on that, like I really do think that in my personal experience, people that go from being in a bigger body into like becoming skinny feel some sort of resentment, especially because I think they tie achievement to what they've done for some reason. Like there's this very big principle of like, look at what I've done, and they push this like American dream-esque mentality of like genuinely like I worked hard and I did this, and it's like, well, not everybody wants to do that.
And that's fine. That's fine. If you want to lose.
Bro is smart. He low key. So I'm not gonna lie. Bro is low key smart. He low key. I see what he doing. He low key not capping, but he still is because he's there. But bro's low key smart. He's using big words and stuff to manipulate their mind.
We do that, but you don't need to like project that onto everyone else. And I would think if you were somebody who lived that experience as a fat person, you would understand.
Honestly, dating, I've met many guys who were like, I used to be big, so I understand that being smaller is more desirable. And it's just like this conversation just rubs me the wrong way because I've been met with so many people who think like that. And like the worst person I dated was very fat phobic, and they used to be bigger and they lost weight, and they were like shaming me about my body, being like, we'd have better sex if you were smaller and all that shit. Like,
cause bro, ain't nobody trying to have a whole like, bro, like it's like you're fighting Janemba from Dragon Ball. Shout out Akira Toriyama, RP to you, bro. But you're fighting Janemba, bro. You're not trying to have a full-fledged Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War fighting Thanos battle, bro. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
No, 100%.
And I'm not even trying to be like messed up or fat, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not none of that, but I'm just saying, bro.
It's the connotation, right? Like, because they like
sorry,
Fat is
I was gonna,
bad.
well, I was gonna throw up air quotes, but we all blindfolded.
Yeah.
Because they like put in the work,
Yeah.
that part being in air quotes, and like became
Yeah.
Into a skinnier body.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's this idea
Wait,
like
yeah.
you aren't working as hard.
Yeah.
But, not everybody, but
Right.
again, not everybody
Yeah.
wants to work that hard.
Exactly.
quote unquote.
Can we also go down the line and maybe just say if we have been fat or plus size most of our life, or if
Oh,
it, you know,
actually, that's great because I wanted to say for me it was a little bit different. Growing in South America, there isn't a lot of overweight people, obese people, and I've always been curvy, so to speak. And I was fine, but I was still like, you know how they say I spent my skinny years thinking I was fat? So I moved to the US when I was 16, and I started gaining weight. You know, the life here is different. I wasn't as active, I wasn't doing sports anymore, and then I was on birth control. So for me, it was hormonal imbalance that made me gain a lot of weight. But it really sucked, and you know, in my own skin, I'm gonna start crying, I'm sorry. You know, like being skinny, and like now you're fat, and like everybody treats you different.
I think it's difficult too because you know, I grew up fat. I've been fat my entire life, and I've always envied in a way like I've always wondered what it would be like to live in a thin body and have people treat you differently. Like I've dreamt about it, and I think that is really difficult when you like exactly I understand.
Bro, I feel like you're not born fat. You could be fat when you're little because you don't want to do active things. Like when you're little, you're not active, you're not running around. You just want to be on the tablet and eat and just do all that stuff. So that's how you become fat, or your parents overfeed you, or something like that, or you eating as a comfort food, or like a comforting thing. Like you eat a lot, but I really don't think anybody was like born fat. You know what I'm saying? I think that they just don't do anything active and they eat all day long, and then they don't do anything active, and then they go to sleep and they just gain weight, and they just repeat the same cycle, and then it's a problem. And then when you can't find love or you can't find something, then it's the world's fault when it's really yours.
We're saying like you've lived both, and it's hard because you know from people who haven't, it's just we can't even
You
fathom.
don't even understand.
Yeah.
Speaking into the whole spending your skinny years feeling like you're fat, I definitely relate to that. I'm a bulimia survivor. I was bulimic for about 8 years, and I also played volleyball, and it was in theater and stuff like that. And the only reason I stopped throwing up and binging and purging is because I was losing my voice, and I love to sing, and I got nodes.
No, that's the worst.
shit.
Oh my God.
I went from mezzo soprano to mezzo alto,
Are we all crying now?
pretty much. But yeah, like if it didn't affect my voice, I don't know if I would have stopped.
Eating and throwing up is absolutely crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
It really broke my heart after, you know, having to vote people out who in my heart I knew were fat. To just feel invalidated, that sucks. That really sucks.
Bro,
Before
he's
her
asking
dad
me for
let
to
you
get me
sit
mad,
in his
bro.
chair.
Like, you're not sponsoring me. Get out of here.
What? Because I wasn't crying. I'm sorry, y'all.
So the eliminations is something that we're wrestling with. Do you feel like it took away from the experience?
It was just like being in the space where we were sharing our stories and everything felt so heartfelt, but it's just a game. But overall, it was really awesome to be in the space and have these conversations that don't happen often if you don't have fat friends to talk about them with. As someone who grew up very self-conscious and didn't know where to look and turn to see people like me, I take that on as an adult to speak about these things and have these conversations that we're still confused about.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you wish to continue playing the game, please raise your hand.
I swear to God, if anyone's lying, oh my God, I'm so
For real.
pissed.
If the lights turn green,
Ha!
that means you have voted the mole out and you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. 1, 2, 3.
Got him.
On the count of 3, everyone can take off their blindfolds. 1, 2, 3.
You said what, father? Oh. What do you mean you invaded my personal space? You invaded my personal space lodge?
Actually, this is my space.
You
Whose is these?
Those are Those are
Doug's?
yeah.
Well, I'm using these
All right.
because I can't find my.
Hey, you should have said it's real government. No free shout outs. I'm playing now. You're black. I know that hurt.
Wow.
That boy, Doughboy, I was a bread chaser. That was a bread chaser.
Heartfelt story about dating someone fat phobic. You guys voted me.
Okay, can we talk about 1,000,001 reasons why it was Derek?
Okay, the only one that got me was like the theater. Like I really could relate with that. So I obviously know that
No.
you felt like you really were
That was
through
your
that.
biggest
I
red
think
flag.
that was true. though.
It was true. That's what I'm saying.
That's an
What
important
gave me away was
thing. Nothing.
saying you away
There
was
is not
that
a single.
you
Yeah.
were getting-
So when I was in 4th grade, I was 4 feet tall. I was 144 pounds, and my doctor told me that I was morbidly obese. And
Oh my god.
it was a very like self-image wrecking thing for me because he used language that made it seem like I needed to change as opposed to just assessing where I was. Like I said, everything that I talked about before was true, but when we were talking about people being incredibly fat phobic that go through a transition of being in a bigger body and then ending up quote unquote skinnier, that experience for me was I mistook the pain that came with not having self-love as being associated with a number on a scale. And as I kept moving the goalposts further and further away from myself and saying like, this will be when I'm happy with myself. And this will be the time in my life where I like the way I look. And once I do this, I'll be happy with myself. I was no happier than when I started. I just kept being further and further from a goal that I was changing. I am happy not because of the way that my body looks.
Oh man, you talking to? Wait. I'm happy not because of the way my body. Yes, you are, bro. You know you could get some. You know you could get some more girls. You know you could do all that. Hey man, he's lying to you. You know, bro. Don't. If you're big, you know what I'm saying. Work out, get right. You know what I'm saying. Because bigger people, they end up dying because their heart has to pump more. Their heart has to do more work, and all their organs have to do more work because. Like the weight and the fat and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, everybody has their own journeys and stuff like that. Like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do, and yeah, you know what I'm saying, help me out, cause yeah, you never seen no 360 mic like that. 360 no scope mic. Look it. Subscribe. You like that, didn't y'all? Well, with that being said, we out.